Hello and welcome to this tutorial on setting up PHP on a Godaddy hosting account. First thing we want to do, I went to godaddy.com. This is the sign in page. So first thing I'm going to do is sign in here. Sorry if my S's sound sharp on this microphone. I don't have a very good microphone. Don't mean to stab your ears with my S's. Alright, so I'm going to sign in here. And I can go ahead and close those up. Close up my domains. Now, what we want to do at this site, at this page here, is we want to click on the websites. We want to see, web hosting. We want to see our hosts here. So you want to open up the, of course, ProServiceBoise.com hosting panel. So what we're going to do, first thing I want to do is I want to go to options. Let's check something out real quick here. All right, under the options, we're going to see what we have this set up as. We want to make sure, because you said you had it Linux. I just want to make sure, double check, it should be Linux. Make sure it doesn't say Windows. If we utilize Windows, then I have to set up the PHP slightly different for Windows. I prefer a Linux operating system with an Apache web server, and I think that's what you said we had, so that'll just verify that for us right there. Once you verify that, just go ahead and right here there's a little button that says Launch Control Center. Go ahead and click on that. And if you have Boise internet access, you can wait a couple of years for it to load here. Alright, so this brings us basically to our cPanel. And what we want to do now is we want to verify that PHP is turned on. So we're going to scroll down to where it says Software right here. So here's our PHP package. You just click on that. Now if PHP is already installed, it will show this page here. This is the configuration settings page, and it'll tell you all the configuration settings that we have set up for that. And for the time being, what I'm going to need is to make sure we have file uploads set to a value of on. So keep that in mind. We're going to get to that, but keep that in mind that if you got this page, you have PHP already loaded, and we're going to need that configuration value set to on. Now, if you are not getting this page, that means PHP is not loaded yet. So you should have a button instead here that says something to effect of install PHP. So if that's what you have, go ahead and click that button and install the PHP. And then once PHP is installed, you can go back to your cPanel again. And just basically do what we did again. So once PHP is loaded, go back to your cPanel. Yeah, select an account to manage. Yep. Don't mind if I don't. Alright, so anyway, back to our cPanel here. You can always go back to the very beginning if you need to get back to your cPanel. So once you have installed PHP, again, click that. You should now get your configuration values. If you're getting configuration values, we're good to go. Next thing we want to do is we want to select our PHP version, and that's right down here. We want to get the latest version of PHP because I work with object-oriented PHP, and anything below 7 is pretty much the old style. So right here is your PHP version. If you it should be set at 5.4 when you first install it. If it is set at 5.4, please set that to 7.1. And before we go click and save here, I want you to notice one more thing. When I attach to a database, I use PDO. So we need to make sure we have PDO checked here. And also I need the PDO driver for a MySQL database. So we also need to make sure PDO MySQL is checked as well right here. Alright, and that's basically it. That's just saying I'm going to connect to the data object via PDO. And this right here says that I need the driver for that, for connecting to that data object for a MySQL database. When you use PDO, you have to set it up for whatever database you decide to use. For example, here's MySQL, ODBC, Firebird. I've got SQLite set up here. So just some extra information you probably didn't need. Once that's done, go ahead and click on Save. Okay, now module set was saved. Now what I need you to do before we leave this page is come over here to Switch to PHP Options. Click on that. This is where we're going to set those configuration options I talked about earlier when we went to that configuration page for the for the file uploads? Right here. You'll see right here it says file uploads, and this should be set to on. If it is not, just set the little button right there, click apply, and once that's done, just hit save. Alright, and that is it for now. That should get us set. If you have any questions, give me a holler, let me know when that is done, and then the next video I do will be on setting up a database. I still need to plan out the tables and everything for those. I'm going to have one database, but I'm going to have a couple of tables in there. So I will get that set up, and again, if you have any questions, give me a holler. Thanks again for all your help.